Hi, I'm recording this because I want to let you know why I'm teaching about boundaries so much. I know a lot of you have been seeing me on social media and responding to little videos that are going out. The reason why I'm choosing this topic is because boundary dysfunction and deficits show up in almost every single client that I'm working with. And the reason for that is because we weren't taught how to have clean and healthy boundaries that are flexible. And many of us had boundary violations, either emotionally or physically, psychologically when we were little. And when those things happen, we get really confused about where our boundary is and where another person's begins. Not our fault, no blame. You all hear me say this a lot. We're not at fault. We're not to blame. We are responsible for how we respond to the condition. So doing work around creating really clean and healthy boundaries actually helps our entire life go better. It helps us in every relationship that we have. It helps us with behaviors that we might be doing that are less than ideal. It helps us with our health and with our capacity and ability to have a greater loving impact in the world that so needs us to be doing that right now. So I wanted to share with you some of the ickies around having a deficit dysfunction around boundaries, just so that you get a flavor. So if there's a boundary dysfunction happening, you might be struggling with time, showing up on time, overscheduling, feeling burned out, being overextended, knowing that you're overcommitted, procrastinating on things you know you need to be doing, feeling guilty, being stuck in a loop of chronic people pleasing, that other people's needs, desires, demands are more important than your own. You might have feelings that you don't deserve to say no, or that it's bad to say no, or if you say no, you're going to hurt someone else's feelings, or someone might get mad at you and yell at you. Lots of codependency happening. Also, one of the things that I bring up with my clients is, how does it feel when another person sets a boundary? When someone says, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not willing to do that. Sometimes defensiveness comes up. Sometimes we push. Sometimes we get passive aggressive and don't do things that people are wanting us to do. When there's things around your boundaries, sometimes we can get really rigid and get in a really fixed state and not be willing to move, negotiate, compromise, be willing to get curious about another person or why they're moving us in this direction or would like us to go in this direction. Sometimes it can show up very squishy, like not being clear. This is what I need. This is what I desire. This actually is a no. The other signs that come up is our tone. How relaxed are we? How relaxed are you when you set a boundary? I heard someone say someone had been asking for money, and the response from this person that I know really well was, I would love to help you, but I'm unable to at this time. And there's something about the graciousness. Thank you for asking. Thank you for feeling safe with me. Thank you for being willing to take the risk and be vulnerable, and I'm still a no. How do we do that in a kind, graceful way? How do we say when another person sets a boundary with us, thank you for saying that? These are all some of the things that happen. The other place that I just want to cover really bit is like the internal stuff about where we need to set boundaries with ourselves, our own internal itty-bitty shitty committee, the one that's criticizing and judging and pushing, got to do more, got to do more, got to do more, got to do it better, got to be perfect, like these patterns and these ideas and these fixed states that we get into. How do we set clean and healthy boundaries around that? So it's a 6-week course that's launching. I'm very excited about it. We're going to be covering relationships, the anatomy of relationships. We're going to be practicing saying no, saying yes, receiving no, receiving yes. There are action projects with every class, so that between the classes you get to be practicing different discrete things. We'll be having dyads, which are breakout rooms where you get to practice different things in class. And the journals, workbooks, there's just a way of bringing this in so you can have an upgrade in your life. So thank you for taking the time, and your businesses, and your families, and your love relationships, and your health. So many different areas that this can create an upgrade. And that's why I'm teaching it and practicing it. And I appreciate your time. I hope to see you in class. And please ping me at any point if you have any questions in service to your ongoing success.